Yeah, well, I'm really happy you're here. I'm exceptionally happy to introduce Bob West, the legend of stage and children's television. So, Bob, how are you doing today?
I'm good, Marcos. How are you?
I'm doing great, even better now. So, well, this panel isn't just us talking back and forth. This panel is a Q&A. This panel is for you. So, I would like, with that said, who here has questions for Mr. Bob West? Okay, well, you're first, and I'll get you.
Hi, Bob.
Hi, Tommy.
I forgot to mention that Jeremy Lee is a very big fan of yours, since she's also a voice actor.
Sherry Lee, yes, she was at my same agency, the Campbell agency in Dallas. She's pretty awesome. To see somebody really young starting out and then to see them accomplish so much is really exciting. So she's pretty awesome.
Yeah, she's very is. So, she did hint how if there's a Netflix version of Barney. So, what if there is a Netflix version of Barney?
I don't know that it would be on Netflix. I don't, Mattel has kind of teased the possibility of having some episodes. We don't know what they're doing. We don't know what Daniel Kaluuya might be doing with the movie. So we're all just kind of waiting for Mattel to do something to see what they want to do. But it might be on Netflix. It might be someplace else. I don't think it's going to be on PBS if they do it. I think it would probably be on one of the commercial streaming networks. So that's about all we know.
Okay, thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Hey, come along.
Hey Bob, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I'm a huge fan of yours. So how long you did Barney and Friends for?
We started out with Barney, before Barney and Friends. We started out in 1987, I believe. And so I was the voice of Barney for the first almost 12 years. It was a long time.
Yeah, because I was a huge fan of yours.
Thank you.
And you know my sister Sabina, right?
Yes, indeed.
And how long you did Pasqually and Jasper?
Pasqually and Jasper I did for about 10 years. And that was a lot of fun. I was doing both at the same time. So I'm kind of busy.
Hey, you could show them this tape. When you're ready.
Hi Bob.
Hey.
I wanted to know, how did you get casted as Barney, and what was the process at first?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Brittany, and we had, the usual thing is, for just voiceover, is you just usually go into a studio or send them in a tape or something like that, because this was going to be a video series, they brought in everybody into what was a casting company and training company. And it was KV Studios, as I recall, in Dallas. And so they just brought in all these people. It was like one of those old TV shows or movies where you see all kinds of different performers in the same room doing different stuff. And there was just all these people. It was great. It was very cool. But originally, they were going to cast for a full body puppet with the voice, same person doing both, which is the normal way it's done. Like Big Bird, Carol Spinney doing Big Bird. He's inside the costume and he's got a microphone in there and he talks while he's doing the puppetry. But they were just starting out in this business and they didn't really quite know how to do things. So they started building the costume before they cast, which is backwards. You're supposed to cast first and build the costume around the person. So the costume, I was too tall for it. So I couldn't fit into the costume. So they had me just do the voice, and then they used someone who was shorter for the costume. That was David Foss, who was Barney's first body. So that's how we did that.
Yeah, this is a two-part question though. But what was I gonna say? Oh, I noticed in the earlier Barney versus the later Barneys, that Barney was a different color purple. Why
Yes.
is that?
We started out with the purple. They wanted him to be like a purple, like a grape, Concord grape purple. But it didn't photograph very well. It was really dark, and the way they had to light it to get it to work, it just didn't come off as being very friendly. and also against these blue backgrounds that you use. You know, like you use green screen and they use blue screen or something to put something behind you. With like a day at the beach, you know, Barney would just kind of disappear into the edges of it. Yeah. So they we ended up making him a lot lighter and a little more toward the red. Yeah.
Oh.
Mr. Magenta, like the shirt.
Yeah, so it looked more like, in the earlier ones, it looked more like a darker purple.
Yeah.
And towards the later ones, it was more like a, almost close to.
Yeah, it was
it's
this magenta. He changed a couple of times, but they even had their own fabric custom woven at a mill because they wanted to figure out what was the best kind of combination of stretchiness and getting air through it. Through the former, and
Yes, if it's okay with you, could you show them? Could you have them talk about
They
this?
ended up with was so great that
Because Daniel, he'll know what it is.
the company, the weaving mill, licensed the formula for
When he's ready.
fabric from the company. So they made some money off of it themselves. It's really interesting.
So
Great
Barney
process.
has his own actual color here?
He has his own specific colors. I don't remember like the PMS numbers or Pantone numbers, but has his own specific fabric.
Ah.
Yeah. So thanks.
This gentleman over here actually.
This lady, actually.
Sorry. This lady.
Yes?
My bad.
Hello?
No, this lady over here wanted me to show you
I
this.
saw this earlier. Yes, this is an awesome piece of history. And this is an original show tape from Chuck E. Cheese. This is from 1987. Back when we did reel-to-reel, quarter-inch. And it's, this is the Home for the Holidays show tape. Serial number 20, which means it was probably store number 20 that it went to. But I'm not sure do you know if this has audio plus programming on it? Or
Yes, it has both.
Yeah, so this has both the sound on it, and it also has a track that has little bleeps and bloops that make the animatronics move. So they had special equipment that would listen to the tape. There's the audio we can hear from one side, and then on another track it's going. Yeah.
Yes, I got it from a fan online who runs showbiz pizza.com. It's a fan site for Chuck E. Cheese and Showbiz Pizza.
Yeah, it's amazing. There are some original show tapes that corporate has released and allowed people to put online. So look around on YouTube and you can find other shows from us.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for bringing it.
And there are even people online who have their own robots who they put on.
Especially the YouTube channel of the team. I really like that.
Oh, yes.
That they redid it. So cool.
Well, thank you so much for talking about that.
Sure, thank you. Yeah, there's several people who have their own animatronics. There's a couple of people who have like a Pasqually and a Jasper, and they've kind of refurbished them. There's a guy in Alabama, I believe. He's got a place called Smitty's Super Service. Have you heard of that? And he has several showrooms. He's got all the different eras of Chuck E. Cheese. They've got this era, and then this era, and this era. The costumes are different, the animatronics are different. And he's put all this money into it, and he's refurbished all the costumes and the robotics and everything. And it's amazing. I still have to make a pilgrimage there and see it because it's pretty cool. He's got some Smitty's Super Service. I highly recommend it.
Thank you for giving them their voices.
Yes, indeed. Thank you. I appreciate it. It was fun.